Welcome to Weekend Wisdom number 10. This week we're talking about ransomware breaches. Over the last several weeks there has been an increasing number of ransomware incidents occurring all across the globe. Most concerning of recent times has been the Travelex company in the UK. They're a currency exchange company. They were hit with a ransomware incident on New Year's Eve and they have been down now for more than 10 days. They only advised in the last couple of days that it was a ransomware that hit them. They're now processing transactions on pens and papers with calculators to do calculations. If you are processing personal data of EU residents and you get hit with a ransomware incident, you have got a GDPR exposure because the data has been unlawfully altered. Now, because you may not understand what the risk situation is to the individuals, and because once you become aware of a data breach, you must report it to the Data Protection Commission within 72 hours if there is a risk to the rights and freedoms of the individuals, you would be well advised to report the ransomware incident to the data protection authorities. If you process some sensitive data on individuals, you would also need to be notifying them as well about the ransomware breach. Some say that people should pay to get their data back because it's often cheaper than recovering the data in the systems themselves. You know, that can be the case, but again, recently some of the decryptors that the ransomware creators have made haven't been working properly and people have actually lost data even though they have paid to get the data back. So that's a significant risk that you really don't want to take on board. Another concern is that, again, a fairly recent development is that the ransomware criminals are actually getting the data, they're stealing the data, downloading it from your systems before they scramble it. So then once your data is scrambled and they're looking for the ransom, if you say, I'm not going to pay that ransom, they will say, okay, well, if you don't pay the ransom, we're going to leak the data onto the internet and let everybody see the data, so you will have a significant problem there. So you really don't want to get caught out with ransomware in the first place. So the best protection against ransomware is always having good, reliable, tested and secure backups. You want to make sure you have tested the backups. This is really important that you test the backups quite frequently, and nowadays my advice would be test your backups at least monthly, no less than quarterly testing of the backups to make sure you can restore the data. Use the cloud for an off-site copy of the data. Cloud is fine for that, but you do need to have an offline copy of your data, maybe on an external hard drive or some kind of mechanism that you can disconnect from your computers when the backup has taken place. So if you get hit with ransomware and your local data is corrupted, and maybe even your cloud data could be corrupted, you have a local copy on a hard disk that you can recover from. So that's it for this week. Let's be careful out there, and we'll talk to you again next week.